vegetable pizza, that Mediterranean one then?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And you're just having sandwiches, yeah?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I just want one lot.
You just want one sandwich and some pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it, pretty cat?
Birdie.
What is it? They're birdies. Birdies. Can you see the birdies at the bottom? What are they doing? Little birdies. What are you doing? You see the birdies? They're digging. I'm looking at his lavender. Hundreds of bees on it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get rid of those weeds for him.
Get it done.
I'll help him.
It'll take a day to do all the weeding, that's all.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Get all the gutters clean, and get one side of it pointed up,
Mhm.
and then to repoint that, fucking hell. Depending on how much there is when after it's all been weeded out.
Yeah, I'll help him do that, don't worry.
It's going to be what?
I've got to do the back bit anyway, no.
Yeah, I know.
No, back at the fencing.
Picking him some mysteries again. What is it? Can you see it, Smudge? It's a birdie. They're little birdies. Little birdies. Oh, there's a birdie. Oh. Keeps her occupied, I'm happy.
Eh?
That's Black Ops 2 now, I completed the first one. I'm playing one of those Call of Duty games, it's really good taking out.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
This program.
No. I am gonna... Beyond belief. Fact or fiction?
What is real and what is illusion? Many times it depends on your point of view.
Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Hosted by James Brolin. We live in a world where the real and the unreal live side by side, where substance is disguised as illusion, and the only explanations are unexplainable. Will you be able to separate stories of truth from fantasy tonight? To do so, you must break through the web of your experience and open your mind to things beyond belief.
We've all heard the riddle of the half-filled glass. Is the glass that holds this drink half full, or is it half empty? Or maybe it really isn't a drink at all. Be on your guard tonight. We're about to show you stories that will challenge your concepts of fact and fiction. We've changed names and dates, but the events that inspired our stories remain. Can you tell which are authentic and which are just pieces of a fictional puzzle? Here's to the challenge. Do you believe in crystal balls? Cards that tell your fortune? Do you read your horoscope every day? Well, millions do. Because there's always been a human need to want to know the future. Of course, we don't have to take it too seriously. We might just dabble in the mystical. Like the three girls on our next story. They were just trying to have a little scary fun while they were home alone. At least they thought they were home alone.
Summer? Okay. Hey, they're out of here. We've got the place to ourselves this weekend. I know. We'll pick Brooke up and come on over. How long will it take you? Okay, cool. Bye. I'll never forget that weekend as long as I live. Looking back, I wish we'd never played that night. Did you bring it?
Of course. Have I ever forgotten?
Are we ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay. We are the pure vessels in search of greater knowledge.
We do not fear you, for you are the truth. And in the truth there is no danger, only wisdom.
Should I date Justin?
What do you mean, should you? He's just the hottest guy at school.
Shh. I want the answer. Now came the spooky part. The game piece seemed to move by itself to spell the answer. No. Brooke, you were moving it.
I did not.
Okay, come on, you guys. We have to be serious for this to work.
Even Brooke was getting into it now. Stop moving it.
I'm not moving it. I swear.
Suddenly, the game piece started to spell a name, almost by itself.
K.
T. R.
Victor? Who's Victor?
We probably should have been more frightened. Who are you? S. O. S.
Help? But who are you?
Free me. How?
Pages are turning.
But how?
Maybe it's Victor.
Oh, come on, you guys. I'm sure it's just a draft.
Do not turn to spirits or ghosts. Do not seek them out.
It's a warning.
It's gotta be a coincidence.
Only one way to find out.
Come on, Brooke. Don't be such a wuss. What do you want? You.
What the hell was that? That's it. I'm freaking out.
It's nothing, you guys. It's just the wind. Let's go. Hands on.
Ty? Who, us?
Oh, this is too weird. Maybe we should just stop.
No, just a couple more questions. Let's find out where Victor is. Where are you, Victor? A. T. T. I. C.
No, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Don't worry, Brooke. The only thing that could possibly be up in the attic are a couple of rats. And my dad put traps out last weekend to catch them.
Chill. That ain't no rat.
It's Victor.
Don't be silly.
No. You guys. What if we somehow released him?
Just stay calm. We said the meditation before we started. That protects us.
Why? We made it up.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but do something.
He's gone.
God, it's over. Let's make a vow right now that we're never gonna mess around with that stuff again.
Definitely.
Come on, you guys. Let's go watch a movie. Oh my God. It's Victor. Gotcha.
Oh, very funny, Joe.
Now for sure we are watching a comedy. Come on, you guys. We gotta go.
next morning, we were going out for breakfast.
Where's Brooke?
I don't know. I thought she was with you.
No, she's not with me.
Well, I was just in her room and she wasn't there. Her bed was made. It looked like she didn't even sleep there last night. The board.
What's going on here?
Brooke must have pulled it out of the fire last night. Maybe she's playing some sort of joke.
Well, I don't think it's very funny. Where is she?
Let's ask the board. Where is Brooke? W I T H with M with me.
Was one of the girls secretly maneuvering the piece to spell out the answers? If so, where was Brooke? She was never seen again after that night. Did she use this bizarre opportunity to disappear and start a new life somewhere else? Or did the girls cross over a line beyond the world of games and stumble into a terrifying, strange truth?
Was this story real? We'll find out at the end of our show. Next, the strange story of a man and his television that's truly beyond belief.
The next story is kind of a change of pace. It's a bit larger than life, but then so is our main character. There's some laughs to be found here, along with some chills. As you watch this rather bizarre tale, keep in mind that at its core, it's really a love story. The story of a 450-pound man hopelessly in love with a 26-inch television. Watch.
What a nice day to go fishing. Gee, look at that bait.
This is a very special sandwich, Brad. Do you know why? Because it's the last sandwich I'm ever going to serve you.
Now come on, Shelley, I can't see this.
Brad, turn off the TV. Let's go for a walk or something.
Take a walk? Now why should I go outside when I can sit home and watch nature on TV? Wow, look at that. Now, Shelley, come on, I told you before. I work hard all week, and when I'm not working, I like to sit home and enjoy my favorite hobby. And TV is my hobby. Wow, look at that group.
Brad Lewis wasn't the type of man who cared about the quality of life, just the quality of his picture.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong, just some bad reception.
Oh, good. You had me scared for a sec. I thought it was an emergency. You getting out of your chair and all.
Come on, Cupcake. Come on.
Why didn't you just kick it?
Kick it. This is my baby.
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready for what?
We're going out to dinner, remember?
I can't. Look what's on tonight.
That's it. Brad, I'm leaving you. I am sick and tired of being in a menage a trois with a television! Do you hear me? Brad, do you hear me? Brad! Goodbye, Brad. I'm going to stay with my mom. So you and your TV can be alone. Did you hear me? I can't live with you anymore. Oh, Brad, you really don't want me to go.
Please, Shelley. This is the part where they shoot the dog.
Brad!
We're losing him.
Oh my God! Do something, please!
Let's shock him. Clear? Again. Clear? That's it. I'm sorry, ma'am. There's nothing more we can do for him. Let's transport him. All right. Lift him on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, set him down. Set him down.
Oh my God, what happened?
Holy Toledo.
What is it? What is it?
His heart's beating again. I'll be damned.
Brad Lewis, recently divorced and now unemployed, believes the television was responsible for saving his life. Now Brad tells us he has all the time in the world to devote to his hobby, best friend, and the love of his life.
Here's the Ohio, Cincinnati. Let's get out of here.
And not only that, and see you're working overdrive.
I never really paid much attention to this label back here. You know, the one that says warning, electrocution hazard. But now that I've seen the last story, I'm definitely taking this into the shop. Is the voltage running through a TV set strong enough to revive a heart that stopped beating? And did this story really happen? Well, if there is a real Brad Lewis out there, he's probably watching this show right now. And we can only hope for one thing, that he's the Nielsen household. Bon appetit, Brad.
The truth about this story will be revealed in our final act. Next, can a widow communicate with her dead husband? You decide on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
We've all seen couples who can communicate without words. They use gestures and body language, or a special look. There are even couples who seem to communicate by sending thoughts to each other. The marriage of Patricia and John Kelly was built upon communication. People said they had a constant open phone line to each other. But what happens when one side of that line goes dead?
I'll never forget that morning when Chris came by to pick up the things.
Thanks so much for taking this stuff in. It was hard enough just packing it up.
Sure. It's no problem. So, you gonna be okay?
Yeah. It's gonna take a while. I really miss him.
He was my best friend, you know. I miss him too. Oh God, I don't know how to tell you this. Especially at a time like this.
What? Chris, tell me.
I had a look at his stock market accounts like you asked me. He was doing really well there for a while, and then, he made a couple bad trades, I guess.
What?
The account's empty.
Empty?
Yeah.
You mean there is no money? Oh my God.
No. I'm real sorry, Patricia. Okay, let me help you out until you get back.
I can't.
Yes, yes. No, it's $1,000. No, I know it's not going to go far, but it's a start. Take the money, Patty. You know Jonathan would want you to. Please. Things are going to turn around real soon. And until they do, I'm here if you need anything. Anything, I mean.
I spent the next morning in a panic trying to find a job. Experience? No, no, not exactly, but I'm sure that I could be very easily trained. Oh my God. I thought the coffee spill was another sign that things were going all wrong in my life. But then a feeling started to overtake me. As I looked down at the paper, I could sense Jonathan's presence. It was almost as if Jonathan was sending me a message. I looked at the stock again. Something or someone was definitely telling me to take $1,000 and buy 500 shares, and I couldn't help but think that someone was Jonathan. Hi, Chris, it's me. Listen. I need you to do me a favor. 800, 900, 1,000. Bet you didn't think I was going to pay you back so fast.
No, I did not.
Oh, and I paid my rent 3 months in advance.
Oh, it was quite a hunch you had.
Uh-huh. You tried to talk me out of it. Question is, what do I buy next?
Oh, you're kidding, right? Come on, Patty, you had a little luck. I really don't think you should push it.
It was happening again. I could feel Jonathan sending me another hunch to play.
To our success.
To Unifed.
Hiya, Chris.
Let's dance.
What?
Listen, I don't know how you knew, but I'm real glad I bought some too. Hey, you know what? If this keeps up, soon you're going to be able to buy that big house Jonathan was always promising. Wouldn't that be wild?
Hang on.
You come on back, we're right in the middle of a celebration.
That's funny. I only get the morning paper. I looked down at the stocks, waiting for the one that would be my pick. And there it was. Do you see what I see?
Well, it depends on where you're looking, I suppose.
I was looking at the stock page. I think I have my next hunch. Avco Mining.
I know better than to try to talk you out of it.
Buy me as much as I can afford, first thing in the morning.
Whatever you say.
Thanks. Look, Chris, it's getting late. No,
Say no more. You mind if I make a phone call?
No, not at all. I'm just gonna go in the kitchen and clean up a little bit.
Thanks.
I could tell that Chris couldn't wait to jump on my hunch.
Well, here's to us. It's been a long wait, but you're worth it. Yeah, hi, Malcolm. It's me. Glad I caught you. Listen, I want you to take all of my accounts, everything, checking, savings, all of it. Transfer it to Avco Mining.
Jonathan? It took me a moment to realize that our wedding picture had fallen over. When I reached down to pick up the photo, I also found something else that I had never seen before. It was a financial report on Jonathan's investments. I knew it was Jonathan again. In fact, I remembered how he loved to light candles late at night, and something compelled me to do the same. Those candles made me feel closer to Jonathan. But I knew I had a lot of reading ahead of me that night, and candlelight just wasn't going to be enough. I was one of those wives who never asked questions about our investments. Jonathan seemed to enjoy it so much, I just let it be a part of his world. I wasn't even sure I would be able to read one of those reports, but to my surprise, it was pretty easy to follow. The first sheet showed a balance of $16,300. But Chris had said Jonathan's investments had failed. I caught on to the system pretty quickly. It was just like that cliche you hear all the time. Get to the bottom line, and that bottom line was looking better all the time. $46,300. What was going on here? Then I saw the reason Jonathan's account was empty. Sell, sell, sell. But why? All his investments were showing a profit. Account closed. All funds withdrawn. From nearly $95,000 to nothing. I wasn't sure of the answer. I still needed help. Jonathan, what are you trying to tell me? Steal? Steal? Chris? Chris took the money.
He's a good downpour.
Hi, this is Patricia. I'm not in.
You okay, kitty?
Hey, you, what's up?
Too friggin' hot, wasn't it?
It's the fifth message I've left in 4
It
days.
was 6:15 this morning before I finally fell asleep.
You better come back soon. Our stock's gone up like a bullet.
Fucking knackered.
Good news, huh? Call me when you think we should sell, okay?
Nice try, Chris. But I was waiting for my next sign from Jonathan. And I didn't have to wait long. This had to be Jonathan again, telling me to sell now.
Want some treats?
Okay, Jonathan. I guess it's time to sell. This time I was sure of exactly what I was supposed to do.
So now I've got to print off a returns thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it's yours. Good, yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I have an account at Merritt Dickerson that I would like transferred to your brokerage house as soon as possible. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. And I have a lot of shares with Avco Mining that I would like to sell immediately. How soon do you think you could? Okay. Great. Thank you. I'll be right down. Yeah. It was Jonathan's last message to me through the paper. Except, of course, for the one I discovered later that day. Poor Chris. I had a hunch that would happen.
Patricia Kelly had never played the stock market before her husband's death. She may have actually had a talent for it all along, but lacking confidence, she may have psychologically transferred her own decisions to the spirit of her late husband. That's what a therapist might tell us. But maybe the real explanation lies in a communication of souls so strong it can never be broken.
My throat.
Or
He's gone away out.
maybe it's all a hoax.
Yeah, you've been coughing like that. I've got a new inhaler and it's fucking doing my throat in and my mouth. My mouth's well sore.
True or false, we'll find out at the conclusion of our show. Next, a sweet little girl with a terrifying imagination on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Fucking, what is it? Steroid. It's a steroid inhaler, isn't it?
Mm.
It does both.
As we
Well,
grow
it's
into
like this new
adulthood,
one what's
our
come on
bodies
the
become
market.
stronger.
So instead of
And our
taking
knowledge
Salamol,
increases, and the only thing that seems to
you know, where you get
diminish is
instant
our
relief.
imagination.
This
To a
slow
child, the
releases
separation
all through
between
the day.
reality and make-believe can be a very thin line. Some might say an imaginary
Okay,
line.
I'd say.
Take
Take
little
care.
Alice. Her vivid imagination
PNC.
often made the make-believe seem real. Frighteningly real.
Yes, Sydney. Would you like some more tea? You're my best friend, too. What's that? Oh, dear. That's terrible, Sydney.
My daughter Alice always seemed to be lost in a world of her own. An innocent, childlike world, or so I thought.
Isn't that nice? You want a fresh drink?
It started like another typical day. Alice was playing make-believe, and I was entertaining our neighbor, Liz Kimball.
Who's Alice talking to?
Oh, Sydney. It's an imaginary friend.
Here you go, kitty.
Ah. Well,
Did
she
you
seems
drink?
to be taking it very seriously. Aren't you concerned about that, Maggie?
Whatever you've done.
Sometimes. But I had an imaginary friend when I was little. Doesn't Sally?
Oh, yes, she had one, but she gave that
How
up
she
years
got in
ago.
there so fast?
Really? Well, Alice has always had an active imagination.
Oh,
There's
God.
nothing we're worried about. Alice, honey, time to get ready for ballet class.
Okay, Mom. Yeah, Sydney, I've got to go to dance class. You be good. I'll be back soon.
Look, Maggie, if you get concerned, I know a really good therapist.
Oh, well, thanks, Liz. I think it's just a phase Alice will grow out of.
Oh, you're probably right. Probably reading much more into this than there is.
I thought Liz was overreacting, but then Alice said something I'll never forget.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Kimball.
About what, Alice?
About your divorce.
Alice, what have I told you about making up stories?
I'm not making it up. Sydney told me.
I'm so sorry, Liz.
Maggie, it's true.
I'd known Liz for 5 years. We'd shared everything. How could Alice have known when I didn't?
I don't know, Diane. The slogan's just not working for me. I think we need to punch up the copy. Could you hold on a second, Diane?
Sure.
What is it, honey? Mommy's working.
Mommy, Miss Emery should check on Rebecca. She's really sick. She could die.
Alice, how many times do I have to tell you?
Mommy, Miss Emery has to check on Rebecca. It's really important. Sydney told me.
I need a minute with Alice.
What'd she say? Oh, no, Rebecca's fine. She's playing in her room. Oh, listen, don't worry about it. Just call me when you're finished. Great.
Diane couldn't help but check on Rebecca, and thank goodness she did.
Rebecca? Rebecca? Rebecca, sweetheart? Oh, my gosh, you're burning up.
Diane got her to the hospital just in time. This whole Sydney thing was making me very uncomfortable. So I decided to talk to Alice about it.
Honey, you are doing such a nice job. How come these don't have any icing on them?
Because Sydney doesn't like icing on his cookies.
Oh. Alice, I think we need to have a little talk about Sydney.
Why, Mommy?
Honey, because you're scaring people with your stories.
But, Mommy, they're all true. Sydney doesn't lie.
Alice, I don't want you to talk to Sydney anymore. Well, you're getting to be such a big girl. And don't you think it's time that you stopped pretending Sydney was real?
But Mommy is real. Aren't you, Sydney?
No, honey, he's not real. No one else can see him.
He doesn't want anybody else to see him. Because he's my best friend.
Now, I thought that Rebecca was your best friend.
Aunt Doris is dead.
Hello? Yes?
Sydney told me.
No.
Here you go, Sydney. I made this one especially for you. There's no icing.
I forbid Alice to ever play with Sydney again.
Aren't these good?
But every night I heard sounds coming from her room.
Your mom said she doesn't want me playing with you anymore. I don't think it's fair either. No, she's not mean, Sydney. She's pretty nice. Of course I can keep a secret. Oh, Sydney, that's a great idea! You can stay in here. It'll be our secret. Of course, I'll never leave you. I love you, Sydney.
Was Alice really getting psychic messages from an imaginary friend? Or maybe she was a clairvoyant who was too young to understand her own powers, so she invented a friend to cope with it all. There must be some explanation for her ability to predict so many events. Or is our story of the imaginary friend completely imaginary? Cookies are real.
Was this story truth or falsehood? We'll tell you in the final moments of tonight's show. Next, a dream marriage turns into a nightmare on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
The diamond ring. For many, the symbol of a loving relationship.
Hi, Scratch Master.
But in the search for that perfect relationship, what are the odds that we will ever
Beyond
find
Belief,
that
Fact
one
or
soulmate
Fiction.
who will make us happy forever? Yet sometimes we see a couple that makes us believe those odds can be overcome. Oh, Stephen and Brenda were like that, young, attractive, hopelessly in love. When they got married, it truly seemed to be a match made in heaven.
What are you, crazy? You could have killed.
Next time, don't duck and I will!
Oh, that's it! I cannot wait to get out of this house and away from you.
Not more than me marrying you was the biggest mistake of my life!
You want to talk about big mistakes? We're a big mistake! Ah, if I ever see you again, it'll be too soon.
Well, I've got news for you. I never want to see you again, even if you were the last man on earth!
Stephen and Brenda went their separate ways and stopped all contact. They didn't care about anything except being away from each other. Ironically, they picked the same place to move to, Los Angeles, the city of angels. But neither of them knew the other one lived there too. Each had to endure the challenge of every couple that breaks up, learning how to date all over again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, this is fantastic. It really does. You've done a wonderful job, Barbara.
Brenda. Best meals I have ever eaten. I can't believe I finally met a man who knows how to cook a steak.
Ah, wow. Thank you.
And the vegetables?
Ah.
I mean, it was like you just picked them from the garden. They were cooked perfectly. And the wine. What is that?
It's, Pinot Noir.
Are you all right?
This is Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Sometimes your song plays at just the wrong time.
I think that we should, call it a night. It's getting late, and I gotta get up early in the morning.
Well, I'd love to do it again sometime. Call me. Good night.
You are listening to Ricky Strong. Our next dedication is for two lovebirds, Brenda and Stephen, who didn't give their love a chance. So Brenda and Stephen, if you're out there listening, this is for you, because the two of you were meant for each other. Stephen and Brenda, it's time to make up. I want you to drop whatever you're doing and meet at the Santa Monica Pier in 1 hour.
I must be nuts.
She doesn't even live here.
Brenda!
Stephen!
Brenda, I am so sorry. I should have never...
No, it was all my fault. I have such a temper, and I should have tried harder.
We both should have. It's like we have a second chance.
We don't have to mess it up this time. That was really sweet that you told the DJ to stay on the radio.
DJ, when? I thought you made a dedication.
No, I didn't even know you were living in L.A. Stephen!
Brenda! Oh!
So in the end, boy gets girl. But is it the right boy and the right girl? And just how many Stephens and Brendas were reunited that night? What really happened here? It wasn't simply that they heard a message meant for another Stephen and Brenda. Because when they checked out every radio station in Los Angeles the next morning, no one reported broadcasting any such message. But radio waves have strange properties. They can become crossed in the atmosphere, even be received in people's dental work. Maybe this was a broadcast from another city, another country. Or was it a communication from some other world altogether? After all, it supposedly took place in the City of Angels.
Next, we'll find out which stories are inspired by actual events and which are fabrications on Beyond Belief, fact or fiction.
And now the portion of our show that separates the real from the unreal. Several of the stories we've seen tonight were inspired by actual events, while others have been invented for your entertainment.
Hi, Susan.
Let's revisit them one by one and learn the true answers. Our first plot was about the three girls and their frightening board game.
Oh my god. It's Victor. Gotcha.
So did you guess this story was a complete fraud? You guessed absolutely right. We made it up. And then there was the couch potato, whose life was somehow saved by his beloved TV.
Holy Toledo.
What is it? What is it?
His heart's beating again.
Could this story have really happened? Well, anything is possible, but not in this case. It's completely false. And what's your opinion of the story about the widow who seemed to receive stock tips from her late husband?
What are you trying to tell me?
Do you think that you've got this one figured out? Did the events take place? Yes, they did. And how about that story of the little girl and her special imaginary friend?
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Kimball.
About what, Alice?
About your divorce.
Alice, what have I told you about making up stories?
I'm not making it up. Sydney told me.
Did you think this story was a stretch of the imagination? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But the events in this story did happen. And our last story was about the divorced couple who were reunited by a strange radio announcement that some say was never broadcast.
You are listening to Ricky Strong. Our next dedication is for two lovebirds, Brenda and Stephen, who didn't give their love a chance. So Brenda and Stephen, if you're out there listening, this is for you.
What's your judgment this time? Do you think a story like this could have happened? Well, it did. So, how was your judgment tonight? 3 of our plots were inspired by actual events, but the other 2 were totally false. Perhaps we've changed your perception of what is real and what is unreal tonight. Sometimes they're almost impossible to tell apart, and that's a strange truth. Good night.
Join us next time on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. This is Don LaFontaine.
I used to love this one. This one's when I can't remember his name. Not him that just back. Not him that just back then. Right before he wasn't what I was watching. It's the other one. The one he had a beard. A black beard.
Is there an explanation for everything in the world? There are some things that seem impossible, yet we tell ourselves there must be some explanation.
Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Hosted by James Brolin. We live in a world where the real and the unreal live side by side, where substance is disguised as illusion, and the only explanations are unexplainable. Will you be able to separate stories of truth from fantasy tonight? To do so, you must break through the web of your experience and open your mind to things beyond belief.
A glass jar that has never been cut in any way, and shoes that can't possibly fit through the opening. Impossible, yet here it is. Tonight's stories deal with the seemingly impossible, yet some of them happen. And of course, names, dates, and certain details have been changed. At the end of the show, we'll tell you which ones have been inspired by actual events and which ones are totally fiction. Your challenge is to see if you can figure out when we're fooling you and when we've bottled the truth. This is one of the most sophisticated tools in the history of civilization. Yet, we're just starting to learn what computers are capable of. Is the computer screen a window to the world or another tunnel through which we may encounter the unexplained? What mysteries are out there lurking in that strange world we call cyberspace?
On the morning of March 15th, my boss was in his office in a meeting with a very important client.
There you are, Miss Burroughs. Your signature by the X, and we're almost done.
Done? You mean that's it? The money...
We'll be wired to the firm's escrow account by 5 o'clock today. Then we can issue you a check.
All of it? The entire $500,000?
Yes, it's the entire estate of your late uncle. You two must have been pretty close.
inseparable.
Excuse me, Mr. Goth. A message for you, it's urgent. Mr. Goth loves to play the role of the big shot with the explosive temper, and I was prepared for the explosion.
Well, it came in on the computer. It's an email. I thought you'd want to see it right away.
Miss Burroughs, would you excuse us? Something's come up.
What? Now? We're almost finished. Look, I have been waiting 3 months for this whole probate rigmarole.
And I apologize that it's taken so long.
I don't want your apology. I want the money. Look, I have a plane to catch.
Plane? I'm sorry, but there's been a problem with the bank and they won't be able to wire your money until tomorrow.
This is a total outrage. Now, I will be back here tomorrow at 9, and I want my money then.
Don't worry, we'll straighten it out.
Well, it's better, or I will never do business with this law firm again.
Look, Miss Burroughs, please. Miss Burroughs? Mrs. Burroughs? The woman in your office is not my niece, Victoria. She is an imposter. Do not give her the money. All right, Laurie? Who's making these accusations, and what do they have to back it up? Who did you speak to?
I didn't speak to anybody. It came on the computer. It was an email.
Excuse me. You didn't speak to anyone? You didn't check this out?
It was an emergency.
You got a message telling me that the woman in my office, about to receive $500,000, is an imposter. And you didn't check to see who sent it?
I know who sent it. It came from Big Biz.
Big Biz? Yes. Who is Big Biz?
It's what's called a computer username. It's like a nickname.
How do you know this isn't a prank? I may lose a new potential client because of some prank.
Sorry, Mr. Ball.
Sorry doesn't fix it, Laurie. You screw up like this again, and you're fired. Now I've got a meeting. Forward my calls.
This time I was going to show him he wasn't always right. I was going to find out what this weird message was all about, even if it meant I had to work all night. Big Biz, huh? Okay, I can do this. There's gotta be a way. Search. Network profile.
What are these markings on the chat?
Search.
Something 2, Gary 1.
Profile for that member is no longer available.
Oh, top fans. Oh, right.
How can that be? I called our private legal hotline.
Customer service.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out who sent me an email today. I tried member search, but it says member profile no longer available.
What's the name, ma'am?
Big Biz, B-I-G-B-I-Z.
Big Biz is no longer in use. It was dropped from the service 3 months ago for an unpaid account.
Well, can you tell me who it was? It's really important.
The name on the account was Edward Burroughs.
That can't be. Edward Burroughs is dead.
I don't know what else to tell you. Big Biz is Edward Burroughs.
Okay, thanks. New mail. You must find my niece. Send reply. Who are you? Read it now. It was too weird. I couldn't really be communicating with a dead man. find my niece. She's in Brooklyn. New name is Gourlay. No. Cannot until you tell me who you are. I'm not gonna lose my job over this. I have new mail. Find her. How? How? How do you want me to find her? How could I be getting instructions from a man who died 3 months ago? But something told me just to go for it. Victoria, Gourlay, Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, Scratch Master. Hi, Susan G.
Come on.
Didn't get what those.
What's playing in the background?
Bingo.
Oh, I'm playing Call of Duty.
I was wondering what them meant.
Oh, it's a new thing, you top chatters and stuff like that. Whoever says like interacts the most, they get the most points, and then you can use them points to buy jewels, etc. This is supposed to be like a fun thing to do.
I'm very sorry for any inconvenience this may have caused you, Miss Burroughs.
Hello.
I assume that everything is in order and I can finally go on with my life. Excuse me, Mr. Goth.
Good morning, Laurie. We're in a meeting. Can this wait? As I was saying, Miss Burroughs, if we can be of any service to you in the future, please don't hesitate to call.
But Mr. Goth, it's important.
I thought I'd play every single one of them.
Excuse me. Laurie, I've just about had it with your antics.
Yeah.
As of this moment, you are fired.
You feel
Before you fire me, I think maybe there's somebody you should meet. You can come in now. Mr. Goth, I'd like you to meet Victoria Gourlay, formerly Victoria Burroughs. She's Edward's real niece.
Well, then, who's this?
Her name is Catherine Marston. She was my uncle's nurse. Isn't that right, Miss Marston? Mr. Goth demanded to know how I did it, but I didn't know him any answers. Besides, I didn't have one he'd ever believe.
Right?
Cyberspace holds mysteries most of us don't understand. Or was it merely some prankster in the office? Someone who knew the truth and chose this peculiar method of revealing it. Whatever the explanation, something bizarre happened that night. Maybe it's something that a logical mind can never compute.
The truth about this story will be revealed in our final act. Next, 3 college girls, spring break, and a tale that's beyond belief.
We've all heard people say that getting there is half the fun, but that's not always true. Sometimes getting there can be a living nightmare. Take 3 college girls on spring vacation driving to a party miles away from their home. They'd never been to the area before, and after this particular ride, you can bet they will never return again.
That's it. And I have filled your hole.
I was the only one who got a Missouri driver's license my first year at the U of M, so I was elected to drive, and I was determined to get there before the rain.
Shoot. Liner.
You guys, if I would have known O'Donnell's party was in the middle of the Ozarks, I would never have agreed to go with you guys.
Will you chill out? I kind of like it out here in the country.
Bunch of cows. What is that?
Oh, that's
They
bad
call that music?
Yeah, it is bad.
That's bad.
Not that bad.
That's very bad. All I can say is this party better be worth it, and there better be some yummy boys there.
Are you kidding? Trust me. If we miss this party, we miss the rage of the year.
I heard Mike's brother's going to be there.
Oh, yeah, Josie and I met him at homecoming. Let me tell you, he's all that and a pint of hot dogs. Right, Joe?
Like I would know because you fully dragged him in some corner as soon as you walked in the door.
Oh, no fool.
Trollop?
Shut up. Just jealous.
You wish. Hey, is anybody else hungry? I mean, I'm starved. Do you think we could stop at the next exit or something?
You know what? I really don't think this road has any exits, my dear. What time is it anyway? I mean, oh my gosh, we're gonna... If the dip is gone when we get there, I swear.
Vanessa, do you have to?
You're gonna get out and walk if you get that on my new seats.
Don't worry.
Oh, I met this guy on the net.
You serious? Who?
I don't know. He said he was in politics.
Don't be that
So,
guy.
is this somebody high up?
He said he's some sort of advisor or something.
Oh, advisor to who? The president?
Hope everybody's had a good Mum,
Oh,
Dad.
ha ha. Don't laugh. I'm thinking of meeting him for a cup of coffee, in fact.
Hello? Are you crazy? Don't you know there are psychos out there? I mean, don't you watch Hard Copy?
Man, there's nothing out there. Josie, are you sure we're not lost?
Yes, I am sure we're not lost, okay? You know, I don't know. I don't know if we're lost or not, okay? I knew I should have pulled over, but I was young and stubborn. I didn't really trust the area.
Josie, wake up!
Whoa, I think we should stop and get some coffee.
You guys, I'm okay, okay? I'm okay. Except, oh my god, my eye makeup is a total disaster.
Well, look, if we stop and get you a cup of coffee, I can get something to eat, and you can fix your makeup in the bathroom before the party.
Right, like, we're really gonna find somewhere around here that has anything. Hey, check out that billboard! I didn't see anything, you guys.
Yeah, it said there's a restaurant a mile up on the right.
Oh, cool. Let's stop.
I didn't care about the billboard. I didn't want to turn off. This whole trip was giving me the goosebumps. I didn't want Vanessa and Lana to know it, but I was scared. I had no idea where we were. The road was dark and twisty, and I was getting tired. All I needed on top of all of this was a rainstorm. You gotta be kidding me, you guys. It's starting to rain. Why don't we just get stuck in the mud and die then, huh?
Jeez, will you just calm down? Chill out.
This road goes nowhere. It's a waste of time, you guys.
All roads go somewhere. Even if it's a graveyard.
Stop it! Stop it!
Professor Odom says that history shows that the journey is more important than the destination.
Lana, history is a drag. Odom is a lech, and there's nothing down this creepy road except... Oh, great. What are we gonna do now?
So much for the diner.
3 young girls alone on a deserted, rainy night. It was like a horror movie. What are we supposed to do now?
Evening, girls. Need some help?
We're looking for a diner on this road.
Ain't nothing down this road you'd want.
Oh my god! That was the scariest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Oh god, it was like he knew we were coming, like he was waiting for us or something.
No way.
You guys are freaking me out. Stop it.
Okay, let's just get out of here and get back on the highway.
Wait a minute. You guys, I think this is where we turned off. I'm gonna try it.
Josie, how can you see anything? Are you sure you're going the right way?
Yes, 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 I am sure I am going the right way. Okay, okay. I didn't care what way I was going. I just wanted to get out of there.
Oh. Hey, what's that?
What? Oh my god.
Who was this? We were totally freaked out, and I was not about to open the window for anybody.
Good evening, ladies. Look, the highway's closed up the road from a landslide.
You're gonna have to turn around.
Landslide?
Yeah, about a half an hour ago. A couple of cars got buried. You were a few minutes earlier, you'd be one of them.
How do you think we were looking for that diner?
Diner? What diner?
The one on the billboard.
Lady, there's no billboards on this highway. They're illegal.
We'll never know what Lana really saw. The turnoff that the billboard told us to take took us exactly 30 minutes out of the way. Exactly long enough to save our lives.
3 lives saved by an illusion. The illusion of a billboard that didn't exist. So what did Lana really see? Was it a mirage, or perhaps the side of a barn with writing on it? Or an abandoned drive-in theater with an old marquee, or simply the imaginings of her own mind? Some might say it was a vision placed there to guide the car away from disaster. And some might say we made up the entire story.
Fact or fiction, we'll find out at the conclusion of tonight's show. Next, activity inside a family tomb that's clearly beyond belief.
It always seems unfortunate when young people, especially teenagers, seal themselves off from those around them. Now, Dory Stone was such a teenager. She seemed filled with inner rage. She didn't talk much around the house or at school. And when she finally made the choice to run away from home, it ended in her accidental death. Well, the policeman called in to investigate found the beginning of a new nightmare. One that defied the benediction, rest in peace.
I wasn't at the funeral. I was called in later when all the weird things started to happen. The cemetery had been part of my beat for 10 years. In all that time, I think I'd gotten 8 or 9 calls, and always on Halloween. What was about to happen here was something nobody was prepared for. This poor little dead girl, Dory Stone. As sad as it was, at least you would have thought her troubles were over. But the troubles for her and her family were about to start all over again.
Pursue me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. When a loved one passes away, especially when that loved one is a beloved child, it's those who are left behind that suffer. We must all remember that Dory...
10 days later, Dory's mother had a stroke, and she died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
I'm sure she would like us.
So for the second time in 2 weeks, the family tomb was opened for another member of the Stone family. It was soon after that I got the call to come to the cemetery from the caretaker, Chuck Weber. Chuck was all agitated about something. You could tell that by the way his arms kept flying around, and he was talking a mile a minute. Chuck was kind of an excitable type, but I'd never seen him like this before. It made me wonder what happened that would make him act like this. I figured he must be thinking people would blame him for whatever it was.
Chuck, but I don't know how they done it. All right? There ain't no, the door's locked. It's in here, Jim. Now this is just the way I found it. That's how I found it, just like that.
I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Hadn't this family suffered enough without this kind of vandalism?
How'd they get in? Wasn't there a lock on the door?
Yeah.
And the lock wasn't broken?
No, sir.
Is there another way in here?
No, like I told you, Jim, there's only one way in, and that's through this front door here. And that door was locked, and I got the only set of keys. Right there.
I don't like it when things don't seem logical.
Strange.
And I especially don't like it in a graveyard. A few days later, the father arrived. Chuck had cleaned everything up for his arrival.
How about I give you a hand with that, Mr. Stone?
Oh, no thanks, Chuck. I got it. Thank you. All right.
Oh, I'm all right. How about you?
Chuck was kind of anxious for Mr. Stone to see the job he had done. He had worked all night straightening up the damage. Knowing Chuck, he was probably hoping for a tip, or at least a pat on the back. He had no idea what they were about to see when the door was opened.
There you are.
How much tragedy can one man take in a short period of time? My heart went out to Mr. Stone. It was worse than the time before, angrier and more violent. I showed up about 10 minutes later.
Look, you know, I tell you, I don't know what you call security here, Chuck, but this isn't working out, all right? I don't know what kind of sick individual would do something like this, Jim. There's 4 generations of my family that are buried in that crypt.
I understand, sir. Believe me when I tell you we're doing all we can to find out who's responsible. You don't have any idea who might have done this, do you? Maybe somebody with a grudge? You know, a personal vendetta?
No. Nobody.
We'll be in touch.
Sometimes the worst part about being a cop is when you let people down. I didn't know what to do, but I was sure going to do something.
What you doing, Jim?
I'm setting a little trap, Chuck. This way, if they come back, we'll get some footprints.
Not a single footprint. Nothing.
I was turning the sprinklers off and I heard all this ruckus coming from inside the tomb.
Not here. What the hell did that mean?
Now, how could they tear it up like this and not touch the floor?
Or not break the lock. Or have anybody see them.
Sergeant Keene, your office told me I'd find you here. We need to talk.
Sure.
What I'm about to tell you violates a sacred privilege, so you must promise to hold it in the strictest confidence.
I'm listening.
Mr. Stone found his stepdaughter's diary. It revealed incidents of physical abuse, beatings of Dory by her mother.
I have no idea. Well, what does that have to do with what's happening now?
Maybe Dory ran away from home to escape her mother. Now that her mother's back at her side, her spirit can't rest.
Oh, come on.
Look, Sergeant, there are mysteries I don't even pretend to understand.
You're serious?
Yes.
Well, what does Mr. Stone want to do?
The next day, the coffin of the mother who had made her child's life miserable was removed from the tomb. And it was the damnedest thing. All the strange goings-on inside the crypt stopped, and they never started again. Don't ask me for answers. All I have to go by are my police reports. You can read them over 100 times, and believe me, I have. They still don't explain a thing.
Can a spirit be so restless with anger and fear that it provides energy from an afterlife? Or is there a more worldly explanation for this story? Perhaps a cemetery employee was causing the disturbances and covering up his own tracks. If so, why did all the activity stop when the mother's casket was removed? And here's something else to think about. Did this story really ever take place at all?
Was this story true or false? We'll tell you in the final moments of tonight's show. Next, the mysterious bond between a boy and his dog on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Many people believe that pets can lower blood pressure, fight depression, even make you live longer. All these concepts pale, however, when it comes to the relationship of a child and a dog. And those who have experienced it know it is one of childhood's sweetest pleasures. But it can also lead to one of childhood's most painful lessons. How to say goodbye.
Yes, good boy. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Weezer. All right, Weezer. Yeah, good boy.
My son and his dog.
a regular sight on our block.
Let's go home.
Ever since my husband passed away, Zach and Weezer had become so close. I was grateful that Weezer was there to make that first year without Bill a little easier. Of course, I had no idea what was still in store for us.
Good boy, yeah.
Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Hi, Weezer. What are you guys doing?
Me and Weezer just went down to the rock quarry.
I like it.
You do? What do you say, Weezer? Here. You could always get more.
Well, thanks, Zach. You wanna play?
No, me and Weezer, we gotta eat lunch. And then I promised my mom I'd clean my room.
Well, bye, Zach.
Bye. Go, Weezer! Go! Go! Yes! Run! Run, run! Go! All right!
You get Weezer and I'll get Zach.
All right. You're gonna go long.
Okay, ready? Let's go.
Break. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Get it, Weezer. Go.
Gotta go long.
Go. Go. Run, run. Yes. All right, touchdown. All right.
Yes!
Good boy, Weezer. And as the Pumpkinheads turned their fiery, ragged grins on us, Walker and I opened our mouths and screamed in terror.
Time to go to sleep, honey. Lights out.
Oh, come on, Mom. Just a few more minutes.
No, Zach. You have a big day tomorrow. We're going to the beach, remember? Good night, Zach.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Weezer. Sweet dreams.
Come on, Spur.
This was the part that always broke my heart.
Dear God, please, please make me big and strong so I can be the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. And God bless Grandma and Grandpa and Mom and Weezer too. Amen.
Nobody will ever forget that next morning. It started innocently enough. Come on, Zach, let's go! I still see that truck in my dreams.
Weezer, wait! Weezer, wait! Weezer, Mom! Weezer! No!
Stay here, okay? Stay right here.
I'm sorry. I tried to stop.
Oh, Weezer.
Hi, Aaron.
We all love you, Weezer. And we know you're up in heaven playing with your friends. You want to say something, Zach?
Just that, well, you're my best friend in the whole world, Weezer. I never thought you would leave me. Never stop missing you. Goodbye, Weezer.
I remember that when I was a girl, my parents buried my first dog in our backyard. It eased my pain back then because I felt the dog was always near me. And sometimes just the act of saying goodbye can be so helpful. My Zach never got to do that with his dad. Honey, I know how bad you feel. We all loved Weezer. But I have an idea that might make us all feel a little better. How about tomorrow you and I go down to the town and get ourselves another dog?
I don't want another dog. There'll never be another Weezer. And don't try to pretend everything's okay.
Honey, I know it hurts. Like we don't have to go to the pound if we don't want to. Go to sleep now. Love you.
Love you too.
All night long, neighbors had been
That.
stopping by to
Was
tell
it
Zach how
real?
sorry they were about Weezer. Some even brought him gifts. We were expecting a visit from my brother, but he always worked late and Zach had to get some sleep. Then at 10 o'clock, there was a knock on the door again. Zach went down to see who it was.
Alright. Who's that? Oh, character.
Weezer, it's you! Mom, look, it's Weezer! How you doing, boy? Oh, I love you so much. Weezer, I knew you would
How are
leave
you?
me.
What are you doing, Aaron?
Mom, look, it's Weezer!
Oh, wow.
I know you wouldn't leave me.
But was it real or was it
There are thousands of dogs
fiction?
that look like Weezer, but they checked Weezer's grave and found it empty. Did Zach's mother bury Weezer when he was still alive? And if so,
He's
why
going
wasn't
good.
he
You know how
dirty
it
with the
is.
dog
You know me.
Maybe there is a deeper explanation,
Every
one
day
that
they
defies
giggle.
logic, and lies in the strength of the mystical bond between a boy and his dog. Or maybe we have you barking up the wrong tree.
Was this story real? We'll find out at the end of our show. Next, a dying patient slips into a world that's beyond belief.
As part of the Hippocratic Oath, doctors pledge to do everything they can. Quote, "For the good of my patients, according to my ability and my judgment, and to never do harm to anyone." But does its true meaning sometimes get lost under the pressures of the medical profession itself? Dr. David Sanders was an emergency room doctor who held strongly to the ideals of the Hippocratic Oath, and it was his first night at a new hospital, a night he would remember for the rest of his life.
Hey God, I had to go into work today, so I'm just chilling around, putting laundry and dishes. That's what I did yesterday, didn't it? All the laundry, like all out the way.
Well, it was warm enough to,
It was Dr. Sanders' first night at our
yeah,
hospital.
it was
I
warm
was his
enough
head
to
nurse.
dry it.
What do you file this after you,
Anyhow.
We had a small facility always on the verge of going under. There were lots of rumors that our emergency room would be shut down by the end of the year in order to keep our doors open. But tonight we weren't thinking about the survival of a hospital. Tonight, we had to try and save a human being.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
Way to go. Okay, what's his name?
No idea. While it's gone, he's unresponsive.
Okay, old man. Come on, you gotta have ID on you somewhere. All right, go in his pockets, find something. Anything that will give us an ID.
Well, here's something, Doctor. Looks like some kind of metal.
It was then that our head of medicine, Dr. Kim O'Farrell, walked in.
Hang in there.
What do we have here?
John Doe, 70s. He's in heart. Okay, he's in BTAC. We're losing him. Come on, Pop. Come on back. Defib, 250. Here we go. Charging. Clear.
Really?
Okay, 300. Charging. Clear.
Managed to do that line.
Wow. Yeah, so it is.
Flatline.
Got a name yet?
Nope. It's just another homeless
It's a
guy.
big one.
We get this kind all the time.
It's a
no
big
family,
one,
no
yeah.
friends, nothing.
It's a big one.
And that makes him somebody to me. 10 cc's of epinephrine. 1 amp of bicarb. By the way.
Sanders, you're new here, but you'll catch on quickly. Let me make it easy on you. Off the streets, no insurance, no Medicare, no heroic measures.
You mean it doesn't matter to you whether he lives or dies?
What matters to me is that we don't waste our resources on a man who's probably not going to make it anyway.
Oh, he's gonna make it.
No, doctor, he's not going to make it. You have other patients waiting. Take care of them.
No response. Do you want to call it, Doctor?
Paddles, 250.
But Dr. O'Farrell,
Paddles, 250.
he doesn't have a heartbeat.
I heard a bip. Didn't you hear a bip, Candelario? Paddles, 250. Look me up. Charging. 350. Clear? Chest tray.
Doctor, it's not worth it. He's
Chest
way
tray.
past guideline.
Chest tray, stat, 10 cc's epinephrine. Do it now. Thank you. Here we go.
Receipt.
Come on, old guy.
In your bag.
What? The receipt thing?
Yeah.
I think it's in the, it was in that wallet.
I will not tolerate insubordination in my hospital. When I give you a word, I expect it to be followed. Do you understand?
I thought I could bring him back.
Well, you didn't. All you did was waste time, and time is a luxury that we don't have. Good day, Doctor.
What do you want me to do with this?
Oh.
It's over 6 months.
I'll hold
isn't
on to it. What is it anyway?
It's a St. Jude medal. He's the patron saint of lost causes. May I help you?
We're here to identify my father-in-law, Ray Whitcomb.
When was he admitted?
Oh, yeah. Boy, those two last ones were rough.
Yeah, the first night is always the roughest.
Thanks.
You'll be all right.
Thanks.
Let me check for you and see what I can find.
Look, he died of a heart attack. Just check, please. The paper said that he was brought here last night. Whitcomb. W-H-I-T-C-O-M-B.
What's the problem?
But Dr. Sanders, these people claim a family member was brought in
The
last night.
obituary said that he collapsed on the street and he was brought here last night.
The obituary? What obituary?
Sir, only one person died in this hospital last night, and his name hasn't been released to the papers.
Excuse me,
Look at kitty cat.
could this,
Having a sleep. Having a
does this
sleep.
belong to your father?
What brought them to our hospital? There couldn't have been any obituary. Their father had only died hours before. Yet here they were, and in their grief, they were giving value to the life of our John Doe, a life that Dr. Sanders had valued all along.
These are just some of the newspapers that the Whitcomb family contacted to find the obituary they claimed they read. Now, the death notice was never found. Could they have been reading some old paper left behind months or even years ago that listed a similar name in a similar hospital? And if not, what was it that brought Ray Whitcomb's family to Dr. Sanders' hospital? Would you accept this as a life-affirming story inspired by actual events? Or do you only believe what you read in the papers?
Next, we'll find out which stories are inspired by actual events and which are fabrications on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
This is the time on our show when we measure our ability to separate fact from fiction. Now, let's review tonight's stories and discover which ones were inspired by actual events and which ones were inspired only by a writer's imagination. Our first plot was the story of emails sent by a man who had passed away 3 months before.
Okay, I can do this. Add new mail. Find her. How? How do you want me to find her? Victoria, Gourlay, Brooklyn, New York. Bingo.
Is it hard for you to believe that a story like this actually happened to someone in real life? It did. And what about the 3 girls who turned off the road for coffee because of a billboard that didn't exist?
Why don't we just get stuck in the mud and die then, huh?
Jeez, will you just calm down? Chill
Professor
out.
Odom says that history shows that the journey's more important than the destination.
Lana, history is a drag, Odom is a lech, and there's nothing down this creepy road except... Great! What are we gonna do now?
Now, was this an easy one to figure out? Do you think it's a work of fiction? Sorry, a similar story did take place. Then, there were the mysterious activities that took place inside that family crypt.
Now, this is just the way I found it. That's how I found it, just like that.
How'd they get in? Wasn't there a lock on the door?
Right, I'm going to call it.
And the lock wasn't broken?
No, no, sir.
What are the odds
What's
that the
that, man?
basic facts of this were inspired by actual events? Pretty good. It happened. And what's your opinion of the story about the bond between a boy and his dog that was so strong, the dog came back from the grave?
Weezer, wait! Weezer! Mom! Weezer, wait! Weezer, stop!
This story is a total falsehood, right? Right. It never happened.
It never happened.
And our last tale tonight examined the anonymous patient whose death would not go unnoticed.
The paper said that he was brought here last night.
What's the problem?
But Dr. Sanders, these people claim a family member was brought in
The
last night.
obituary said that he collapsed on the street and he was brought here last night.
What obituary?
Sir, only one person died.
Did you guess that this story was made up by our writers? Well, you guessed wrong. A story like this did take place. So, was your perception on target tonight? 4 of our plots were inspired by real stories, and only 1 was a total fabrication.
Oh no, awesome. Awesome. I like that show. Wow. So welcome back and see. Oh, dear me. I'm getting there with it. Slowly. Oh dear. Let's go there then. Yes, it does. Woohoo! It's coming along nicely. Moving along in the bottom of the beautiful Brazilian sea. My mum's was my mum's favourite movie. Betty Knobs and Broomsticks. She had to watch it every time it came on TV. Oh dear. It's funny. Yes, so it would have been 2012. 13, 22, 24, 25. I'm guessing 13 years? No? 13 years? 14 years? Something like that. That's how a day goes by. Right, I am going to call it now. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will be live later on. And we'll have some deal or no deal, I think. Deal or no deal. Oh, and I've got another new word game. And it's set in categories, so there's loads of categories to choose from, but it only gives you have to complete at least 2 lots of categories, so that means you have to work through them, guess them, and then they unlock other ones too, so that should be fun. So I shall see you guys later on. Lots of love to you all. Take care now. Bye everybody. Bye.